Why, hi there on this snowy Friday afternoon here in New England. I'm Ron Chuckett, and Retro Sports Network presents Week 11 of the National Football League season of 1978. Our lunchtime replay continues on a Friday with this big game between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. The Broncos are 7-3. They win today. They take solo possession of first place in the AFC West. The Cleveland Browns are 8-2. They have the best corner in football in Darden, who's made 9 interceptions. Brian Sipe is the highest rated quarterback in the NFL at 98.2. Something's got to give. Right here along the banks of Lake Erie, and for mid-November, it's a gorgeous day in Cleveland, 46 degrees. Denver has won the toss. They are in their white jerseys and blue helmets. Cleveland in their brown jerseys and orange helmets. 46 degrees and very little wind. And so let's get right to it. A Friday afternoon special from Cleveland, and the kick is away. Don Cockcroft gets a foot on it. Returned at the 9-yard line to the 25 and 30. It'll be Lonnie Perrin on the return, a gain of 20. And so Denver starts this one from their own 28-yard line. Denver is 7-3. San Diego and Kansas City are 7-4. Cleveland is 8-2. The Steelers tied the Rams on off-camera action. And so the Steelers are 8-2-1. Cleveland is considered the number 3 team in the Action PC Power Football Index. Denver is not in the top 5. It is Keyworth and Armstrong for Denver in the backfield. Moses and Dublin, the wide receivers, and Riley Odoms is your tight end. Keyworth off tackle left on first down, and he gets it to the 30-yard line before Jack Shirk makes the tackle after Jerry Shirk after a gain of 2. So let's specifically meet everybody, shall we? Craig Morton is your quarterback. Otis Armstrong is your other running back. John Keyworth you just saw. Even Moses and Jack Dalbin are your wide receivers, but the leading receiver is Riley Odoms, the tight end. Armstrong on a sweep to the far side from the 30, gets across the 30, knocked down by Mac Mitchell after a gain of 4. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for Denver. And from left to right, Claudie Miner is your left tackle. Steve Schindler keeping a list at left guard. Billy Bryan is your center. Paul Howard, the right guard. And Tom Neville, the right tackle. Keyworth in a short pass in the flat from Morton. Morton delivers, and Keyworth drops it. So it's 3 and out for Denver from their own 34. So 2 good runs and no good throws. Cleveland is favored by 4. Bucky Dilts will stand on his 19-yard line. He'll punt it. Right, the returner for Cleveland. Cleveland will be going into the wind right to left. Caught at the 29 and taken to the 36-yard line before Keith Wright, the third receiver, made the catch. And Swenson makes a tackle for Denver. For Cleveland, as I said, Brian Sipe, best quarterback in the National Football League the first 10 weeks of 1978. He's got Greg Pruitt and Mike Pruitt in the backfield. Reggie Rucker and Dave Logan, the wide receivers. And Ozzie Newsome is your tight end. Greg Pruitt is the big bet. He's the one that's going to get most of the work. And we'll start with a pitch to the near side for him from the Cleveland 36. He gets across the 40 before Randy Granishire makes a tackle at the 42. Give him 6. Cleveland averages 181.4 yards on the ground. It makes it a lot easier for Brian Sipe knowing that his ground patrol can do its job. They keyed on Greg Pruitt there, and he still got 6. How about that? So Sipe Greg Pruitt, Mike Pruitt, no relation. Reggie Rucker sits on the near side, and Dave Logan sits on the far side, with Ozzie Newsome, the tight end. Mike Pruitt, trap right. And he gets to the line of scrimmage before being stood up by Rizzo, flag down.
Offsides, defense, number 77.
And Alzado jumped and couldn't get back across. So that's a free play and a first down for the Browns from their own 47. The line from left to right for Cleveland. Doug Deacon is the left tackle. Robert Jackson, the left guard. Tom Deloney is your center. Henry Shepard, the right guard. And Barry Darrow, the right tackle. We'll meet the Denver defense in a moment. Sipe is going to go for Logan on a medium slant. And he looks, and it is dropped by Logan at the Denver 40. So it looks like Cleveland, just from these first few plays, are going to be very good on the ground and kind of struggle in the air against the Orange Crush defense. And we'll see what Denver can do against this very good Cleveland defense. 2nd and 10 from their own 47. Greg Pruitt on a sweep to the left. And he gets he gets about a yard or maybe 2 before Lyle Alzado knocks him down. It'll be 3rd and 8 with 12:16 to go in the first quarter. Clock stop from the Cleveland 49. The Denver defense is a good one. Barney Chavis is your left defensive end. Reuben Kinder, the defensive tackle. And Lyle Alzado, who is extremely good on the right side. Bob Swenson, who made the kickoff tackle on the left side. Randy Gradishire, he's had some good games in this replay already. And Joe Rizzo fill up the middle. With Tom Jackson on the right outside, Hall of Famer. Cornerback Steve Foley and Louis Wright, who again in his own right is one of the best defenders in the National Football League. Bill Thompson is the strong safety, and he's a 9. And Bernard Jackson is the free safety. So Denver has a very good defense, and they're going to shut down the Browns a lot, it looks like, in the air. Short cross to Ozzie Newsome on 3rd and 8. Sipe is going to have to scramble, but he's going to get hit from behind by Thompson. Bill Thompson blindsides him, and Cleveland's going to have to punt. It's a loss of 4, and it'll be 4th down and 12, and you're not going to go for it from there. So Johnny Evans comes out to punt. He stands at his own 30. Rick Upchurch and Dave Preston, the return men for the Broncos, and they will try to return this from about their 15. It's a good punt. Taken at the 17 to the 20, 25, 28-yard line. Jackson on the tackle, Rick Upchurch on the return. So it's a return of 10 following a 40-yard punt. And so I got to do the Cleveland defense here. Denver starts this drive from the 25. From left to right for Denver, Mac Mitchell as one defensive end, or for Cleveland's defense. Earl Edwards is one defensive tackle. Jerry Shirk is the best lineman that Cleveland has, and he's the other defensive tackle. Joe Jones is the left defensive end. I'm sorry, I'm getting this mixed up right and left. On the right side is Charlie Hall. Dick Ambrose up the middle. And Gerald Irons is your left. Oliver Davis. And Tom Darden. Oh, Darden's a safety. Darden has 9 interceptions this year. Leads the NFL. Clarence Scott is your other corner. And Tony Peters is your free safety. Darden, the strong safety. So there you go. There's the Cleveland defense. 1st and 10 from the Broncos from their own 25. Keyworth, sweep right. And he sweeps past the 30, gets to the 32 before Irons makes the tackle. A gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd and 3 for Denver. Otis Armstrong on a trap left. Morton gives it to him. Armstrong is a first down and more. He gets it to the 45 before Scott can make the tackle after a gain of 14. So Denver's run the ball well already. 4 carries, 27 yards. Looks like it's going to be one of those grounded out type games. Good weather. Weather is not a factor. 46 and a little wind. Keyworth trap left. Gets the handoff from Morton. Shirk makes the tackle at the 49. It's a gain of 3. So good start for the Denver offense. 2nd and 7. Armstrong on a medium flat. And Morton gets sacked by Darden. It was a short drop in Cleveland blitzed, and Tom Darden makes the sack. He is going to be an all-pro, I can guarantee it. So 3rd and 10 for Denver from their own 46. Keyworth out. Dave Preston, who's a better receiver, is in. And he will get one on the short flat. Cleveland blitzes. Morton throws. Preston has it. Doesn't he have any room? Across midfield. He gets to the 45. It's a first down and more inside the 40. That's the right call. It's a gain of 17 before Charlie Hall can make the tackle. That is a big play. Yeah, I like that, Tribe fan, isn't it? We're at the mid-November, and I don't know if Cleveland ever did fill in that dirt. A lot of those baseball stadiums did, but I'm not sure Cleveland ever did. If it did, it was late in December, and you're just not getting it grass to grow. So 1st and 10 for Denver from the Cleveland 37. They go back to a 2 running back set. And Preston will get one on an off tackle to the right. Handoff from Morton across the 35. Jones makes the tackle after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Denver. From the Cleveland 33. No score about halfway through the first quarter. Denver with a win gets solo possession of first place in the AFC West. Cleveland with a win has solo possession of first place in the AFC Central. Screen to Armstrong on the audible. Cleveland blitzes. Morton waits, and he won't find anybody. Mac Mitchell hurried him, and he couldn't get the screen off to Armstrong. Not sure if the blockers or not, but it doesn't matter. It's 3rd and 6 for Denver from the 33, and they are not in Turner field goal range. Medium slant to Riley Odoms, the tight end. Morton has time. Scott got a hand on it, and it's incomplete. And now you're in a 4th and 6. You are not in field goal range. And so they turn to Morton and go, well, what do you want to do? And Morton says, I'm going to quick kick this thing. And Red Miller says, okay. Let's see what happens. The kick is away. It's off. Not much you can do, but it works for Denver. It'll go out of bounds at the 13, so it's a 20-yard punt, but Cleveland starts at the 13 and not the 20, so the play works. It just tells you just how bad that kicker is. If you can't even try one from there. It would have been 50 yards, but Denver had the win. I think we've introduced everybody. So 1st and 10 from the Browns from their own 13-yard line. Greg Pruitt sweep to the left. And he gets across the 15 to the 17. Spotted at the 18. Randy Granishire makes the tackle. So a gain of 5 for Cleveland on 1st down. Under 6.5 to go in the first quarter. How you doing, Al? So Sipe waits for the play call. And this time it's off tackle left for Mike Pruitt. Pruitt gets across the 20. Alzado makes the stop at the 22. They're a yard short. So the first carry for Mike Pruitt. Leaves Cleveland with 3rd and 1 from their own 22. And Sipe goes, me. Quarterback sneak. Waits for his block, and he's not going to get it. You got to move your legs. And John Grant, who was a defensive tackle, spotted that one all the way. They keyed for Pruitt and watch for Sipe, and Cleveland is short. And they're going to have to punt. So Johnny Evans is out to punt. And let's see who returns this for Denver. This is a short punt. Denver's going to get good field position. Taking it the 42 to the 45, midfield into Cleveland territory. Flag down. That's
illegal block. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
Well, it's on Carter, so it really won't matter what happened on the return. Denver gets it 1st and 10 from their own 29. I watched some of Al's Steelers-Falcons game from 1980 last night and saw one this morning. If you're not following Al, Red Sox fan, does some great tournaments, and his Action PC Football One and Done tournament from 1980 is great. Al will entertain you to the ends of the earth. All right, 1st and 10 from the Denver 29. They're going to try and throw it here. Medium cross to Jack Dolbin. Morton waits, looks, dumps it down to Armstrong, but it's for nobody. And so Morton has started this game 1 for 5. That is not good. Lonnie Perrin joins Dave Preston in the backfield for Denver, 2nd and 10. And Perrin will take an off tackle to the right, gets it across the 30 to the 35 before Gerald Irons makes a tackle. They got 6 on that, 3rd and 4. So Preston will do a pitch to the left from the Denver 35. Gets a block, reaches for the 1st down, but no, he's a yard short. And so, in technical terms, this one's looking like a slob knocker. Good defenses so far. 4th and 1. They think about it. Thought over. Here comes Bucky Dilts. Stands at his 23. Right back to return for Cleveland. Will get this at the 20 and calls for a fair catch at the 19, as a matter, if you want to be technical. And a 43-yard punt. Now it's the Browns' turn. 3:15 to go. 1st quarter. Cleveland and Denver. No score. Short hitch to Ozzie Newsome. Sipe. Deflected by Swenson, incomplete. It's a short 2 or 3 step drop, and it just doesn't give Newsome time to run his full route. So Swenson gets the deflection in Sipe. Cleveland needs him to have a good game. Greg Pruitt trapped to the right. On 2nd and 10, gets across the 20. 1st down, 30, 35, 40. 45-50 into Denver territory before Tom Jackson chases him down after a gain of 34. Pruitt broke 4 tackles. Chavez had him. He got the 1st down. Then Granishire had him wrapped up, and Pruitt just kept his legs moving. And then Tom Jackson with the big one. It was Mike Pruitt who opened up that big hole. Denver thought they were going to throw it. Instead, they get the run, and Cleveland sets up at the Denver 47 with a fresh set. Mike Pruitt trapped to the left. And he gets about a yard, maybe 2, before Joe Rizzo makes a tackle. At the Denver 45, 2nd and 8. Greg Pruitt on a short pass in the flat. And he doesn't have it. By the way, before we get to the play, Chavez was hurt for Denver, and he's out. His return is questionable. But back to the pass, let's watch it on a replay. You can see where Randy Granishire hit him, and it was just dropped. So 3rd and 8 for Cleveland. They're going to lose advantage here. Short slant to Ozzie Newsome. Sipe this time has time, and Thompson gets a hand on it, and Tom Jackson picks it off. That's his 5th of the year, and Denver will get possession. At the Denver 35-yard line, no return on the play for Jackson, but that's his 5th in the year, and Sipe opens up the game 0 for 4. We've turned back the clock to 1963. We're going to watch the Bears and the Packers grounded out for 3 yards each play, right? So let's see what Craig Morton has cooked up. Lonnie Payne, nope. Preston on the screen. Green Bay blitzes, Denver audibles. Morton to Preston at the 29, across the 30 to the 40. First down, and tackled by Oliver Davis. And Denver has it 1st and 10 from their own 45. So Morton 2 for 6 for 27 yards. Trap left to Preston. Nope, Morton saw something he didn't like and calls timeout. 42 seconds left to go, first quarter. Denver and Cleveland knotted at nothing. Perrin off tackle right. Gets across the 45. Peters with a tackle at the 49. And that will be the last play of the first quarter because I need a sip of coffee. After one, just like it's shiny and new. Denver nothing, Cleveland nothing. How much snow you guys all got, if you got any? All right. So Denver now is into what little wind there is. That will not help their kicking game. They sit at their own 49, 2nd and 6, as we start the second quarter. We got about 6-7 inches here, Al. They were calling for 8, and I think we got it. The wife went to Duncan this morning, and you got 5, huh? Okay. And she was not happy. 2nd and 6. We'll figure out a play here. Moses on a medium cross. Morton has time. He looks and he dumps it down to Preston, who's got it. He has a first down in Cleveland territory. It's a gain of 6, and that's Preston's 3rd catch for 33 yards. Gerald Irons with the tackle. Al says wherever in Mass he got 5 inches. Michael in Columbia, South Carolina says they got nothing. You must have had rain from that though, right, Michael? And Tribe Fan, I'm not sure where he is. I assume near Cleveland. Said he got an inch or 2. And now Willard Scott will tell you whose birthday it is today. By Smucker's Jam. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 45. Perrin on a sweep to the near side, far side. Lots of rain. I thought so. He gets across to the 40-yard line before Ambrose makes a tackle, and Davis is hurt for Cleveland. He's headed for the sidelines, and he's gone for the game. And so I saw who it was. London is down the corner. And so, yeah, so there was a little bit of snow along Lake Erie, as Tribe says, but yeah. So 2nd and 4 for the Broncos from the Cleveland 39. Preston on a sweep left. And there's a flag down. He is hit by Mitchell early. No gain, but what's the flag?
Personal foul. Defense. Number 7.
Oh, well, you know,
Penalty. Automatic.
you can't
First
spear,
down.
is what happens there. You can't spear. And that's a big play because now Denver has it 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 24. No score. Opening minute of the second quarter. Denver driving. Odoms on a medium slant. Morton to throw. Odoms is open for a first down. 5, touchdown Denver. That's the right call. 1st and 10 from the 24. And that was just easy. So it's 6-0 Denver. Here comes Turner. Jim Turner will actually hit that one. It drifted to the right, but it's good. So with 13:49 to go in the first half, it's Denver 7, Cleveland nothing. And the Browns will return. Browns will get the ball to start the second half, by the way. Up and takes it at the 1, 10, 20. Good return past the 30.
Holding. Receiving team.
But it's all for naught as Biederman gets called for the hold, and Cleveland starts this drive from the open end of the field at their own 8. From the dog pound end, working it to the enclosed end. Rucker on a short cross. They're going to be risky and throw it on first down, and that's incomplete. And so Brian Sipe is 0 for 5. Greg Pruitt off tackle left on 2nd and 10 from the 8, and he only gets to the 9. Well, they'll give him the 10-yard line. Granishire with a stop, and it's 3rd and long. So now you got to throw it. Dave Logan. Medium slant. Sipe is rushed. He's flushed. He throws. Pruitt has it. Will he get a first down? Granishire makes a tackle. It is a gain of 8, and yes. Yeah, that was a bad penalty. Who's from upstate New York? I think it was. If he's still there, I wonder where. Yeah, it starts snowing in September. Scary is trying to. Killington tries to be open on October 1st. They can spray enough snow at it or water to make it free. So 1st and 10, it was Greg Pruitt on the reception, and Sipe is off the schneid. He's 1 for 6. 7-0 Denver. Cleveland 1st and 10 from their own 18. They stay 3 wide and try a short hitch to Keith Wright. And that's complete to Wright. And West will make a tackle after a gain of 8. Charlie West. They doubled Ozzie Newsome. They played for the pass. Okay. From Rochester. I was born in Glens Falls. Trap left Greg Pruitt. And he gets the first down and crosses the 30 before Carter makes the tackle. Surprisingly, a gain of 6. So a fresh set for Cleveland from their own 32. Mike Pruitt on the dive. And he gets across to the 35 to the 40-yard line. They got past the line. Thompson is hurt, and he's out for a few plays. So for Randy Granishire, who makes the tackle, you see it on the screen, or if you're at work, you'll hear me tell you that was his 100th tackle of the year. Thompson will be back in a few plays. Charlie West now is the strong safety for Denver. 2nd and 1. Okay. Yep. For those kind of wondering, Glens Falls is about a town, city of 15,000-20,000, about an hour north of Albany. But they have a great civic center there. And for years and years and years, the New York State played their high school basketball championships there. Wonderful. Some great basketball play there. So, congratulations. All right. 2nd and 1. Greg Pruitt on a sweep to the far side from the 41. Gets the first down and more. In fact, he gets it to midfield before Manor makes a tackle. Thompson back in. Bryson Manor with his first tackle. And Henry Shepard. It is a neat little town. Henry Shepard, the right guard, makes the big block. Or the pancake block. Give him a box of Bisquick. Ball at midfield for Cleveland. 7 plays, 42 yards. Logan on a medium slant. Sipe tries to mix the mix here. And it's dumped down to Pruitt. He's got it down to the Denver 44-yard line. Chavis is back for Denver. That's big to fill up that defensive line. And it's a gain of 6, and it's Mike Pruitt on the catch. So we'll go Greg off tackle left on 2nd and short. And Denver reads out all the way. Granishire, one of a bundle of players to actually make contact. He'll get credit for his 6th tackle of the game. as we introduce basketball talk into it, yeah, they do a great job running that event. Made us feel like we were playing in the Final Four. Yep, very hospitable people in that part of New York. Let's see, Greg's going to come out on 3rd and 2. I think Cleo Miller will take his spot. It'll be Mike Pruitt on the dive from the Denver 42, and he's not going to get it. Again, Randy Gradishire gets credit for the tackle. Carter had him first, and Gradishire had him second. But they're going to go for it. They go 2 tight end. Parrish comes in with Newsom. Pruitt off tackle left on 4th and 1. Snap. I don't know if he's got it. Oh, he's short. Tom Jackson comes in and makes the tackle, and they leave him short. So Jackson makes the stuff on 4th down. It has an interception. And the Orange Crush are crushing the Orange. Or the Browns. Doug Deacon made the bad block for Cleveland, and that doesn't help. So Morton and company come out. Rob Lytle. And Larry Canada. The Broncos mix and match 6 running backs. That's a lot. So it's Canada and Lytle behind Morton. And Canada will take one off tackle to the left at the 40-yard line. He gets across the line of scrimmage. Jones makes the stop after a gain of 2. So under 7 minutes to go in the first half. 2nd and 8 for Denver. From the 42, Joe Jones with a tackle. No, didn't make it. Did not make it. And my cat's not making it out in the hallway. Lytle, sweep right to the near side. Gets a block, gets across the 45. Irons makes the stop after a gain of 4. 3rd and 4 for the Denver 46. So Denver getting almost 5 yards a carry, 12 for 59. They'll throw it here. And it'll be Canada in the flat. Emily can't hear you. And that's incomplete. Jones is hurt for Cleveland, and he will limp off for the next series. So Denver forced a punt from their own 46. Bucky Dilts gets it away. Going to be fielded at the 15 to the 20. About the ninth flag down. So
Illegal block. Receiving team.
This happens way too often. Darden gets called for it. And Sipe and company start from their own 7. So Miller and Mike Pruitt, Rucker and Logan, and Ozzie Newsom, the specialty players with Brian Sipe for Cleveland. Miller off tackle left from the 7, and he gets into the secondary past the 20, 25. Tom Jackson makes a stop at the 28-yard line. A gain of 21. And Cleveland is already over 100 yards on the ground. Doug Deacon, the left tackle who could not clear the 4th and short, makes up for it. My goodness, Cat, be quiet. Cats for the ethical treatment of football players protesting outside. Logan on a short out on 1st and 10. Denver blitzes. Sipe is rushed. He dumps it down to Miller at the 30. He's got some room. Gradishire makes the tackle at the 35. That's Randy's 7th. Sweep right for Miller. From the 35, he gets a first down, and again into the Denver secondary. Tom Jackson makes a tackle after a gain of 13. So 2 carries for Miller for 34 yards. And Cleveland They may not be able to throw it, but they can run it. From their own 48, 1st and 10. Logan on a medium slant. Sight has time. He moves around, and Logan dropped it. Logan dropped it. Foley hit him, but Logan dropped it. So it's 2nd and 10. This has not been Sipe's best day, but his receivers have not helped him. Pruitt on an off tackle to the right from the Cleveland 48. This time Denver holds him to 2 yards. So spot it at midfield. Calvin Hill comes in, and he will be the receiver of the screen pass from Sipe. Sipe looks, and that's incomplete. Barney Chavis hurried Brian Sipe. Wow, so Cleveland is stopped at midfield. They'll punt this. Johnny Evans, and it is blocked. The punt is blocked. High snap. They won't even get it off. So he tried the run, and Granishire knocked him down at the 40. It's a loss of 10. And again, the Orange Crush are just pounding Cleveland. You cannot make mistakes against Denver. They'll get it 1st and 10 from the 40. Odoms. Short slant. Morton looking, throws. Odoms has it. He gets the 1st down and more. London will knock him down after a gain of 13. That's Tom London on the tackle. And Odoms, with 2:22 to go, has it for the 1st down at the Cleveland 27. They'll hurry up and get to the line. Canada on a trap to the left. And Cleveland read that one all the way. Mac Mitchell knocks him down after a loss of 2. And we go to the 2-minute warning. It is Denver 7, Cleveland nothing from the Cleveland 29. And if you're wondering about field goal here from Turner, it's a 26% chance. Moses on a short cross. Morton has time, and he tried to jump it to Canada and can't do it. That sounds like a Vietnam War song, right? That's a protest song. I'm trying to dump to Canada, but I just can't do it. Can't dump on Canada, just can't do it. 12. Upchurch comes in. First time we're going 3 wide. Short cross to Upchurch. Morton has time, and he's got Upchurch at the 20 too, but he's tackled immediately by Jones, so it's an 8-yard gain. And Ricky Jones makes the tackle, and they're going to have to try for a field goal. So from 38 yards, thanks. It'll be a John Turner field goal attempt, and its chances here are good for Cleveland, 44% that he makes it. So Brian will hold, Brian will snap, Dilts will hold, and Jim Turner is ready. Kick is up. It is long enough. It is good. And so with 1:20 to go in the first half, it is Denver 10, Cleveland nothing. I've chased away all my viewers, Al. So it'll be Collins to return for Cleveland. And remember, Cleveland gets the kick to start the second half. They have all 3 timeouts. And with a decent return, could get into field goal position for Cockcroft. Or they'll just take it at the 20. I always hate that. You set up something and it doesn't work. So 3 wide receivers. 4 wide. Calvin Hill splits off as a wide receiver. All right. Glad you enjoyed your lunch. Glad you're feeling better, bud. So let's see. With Calvin Hill, short hitch. And Sipe, that's a botch snap. And Chavez sacks him after a loss of 3. So it'll be 2nd and 13 from the Cleveland 17. They go hurry up. Right. Medium cross. Nope, they blitz. Hill, short flat. Denver blitzes, and they get Sipe again. This time it's Swenson. It's a loss of 3. And Denver calls time. They have 1 left, and there's 55 seconds left. They spot the ball at the 14 of Cleveland. Greg Pruitt in the game. And they're going to do the sweep left. From the 14, it gets across to the 20-yard line before Swenson makes a tackle. It's a gain of 7, and better for Denver. They knocked him out of bounds. Swenson with a tackle, and it'll be 4th and 9 from their own 21. So Johnny Evans stands at his 6, gets it away. Upchurch, I believe, at the 34. Denver has it. Gets across the 40. Flag is down.
Holding. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
And it won't matter. Gradishar gets called for the hold. And so with 37 seconds left, I think Denver is just going to say, let's take this to the house. Trap left for Lytle from the 21, and he gets it to the 26, and Cleveland will not call time, and Denver will not call time. And at the end of the first half, it is Denver 10, Cleveland nothing. Cleveland gets the kick. So a brief look at the halftime statistics. Denver and Cleveland have 7 first downs apiece. The Broncos have 137 yards net offense. Cleveland 134. Time of possession with the Browns at 16:10. And the reason why Denver's ahead, Brian Sipe is 4 for 11 for 29 yards. He just hasn't had anyone to throw it to. The Orange Crush has done what it said. But Cleveland's defense isn't bad either. The Broncos are 1 for 6 on 3rd down. Cleveland 1 for 7. But they've tried twice on 4th and short and didn't make it. So Collins back deep. He stands on his 8. Cleveland going right to left towards the infield. Turner gets it away, and Upman will take it at the 2 to the 10, 15, 20 to the 30-yard line. That's Tom Sullivan. Tom Sullivan on the return for 30. No flags, and so Cleveland will start right there. Greg and Mike Pruitt are back in the game. And Greg will start with an off-tackle run to the right from the 31. He gets to the 35. Chavis is hit him, and that puts Greg Pruitt over 1,000 yards. He is the 3rd 1,000-yard or 4th 1,000-yard rusher on this replay. He joins Terdell Middleton of Green Bay, Earl Campbell of the Oilers, and Wilbert Montgomery of the Eagles is over 1,000. So congratulations to Greg Pruitt, 1,000-yard season and 185 carries. And that, if you're doing the math in your head, is 5.4 a touch. Let's hope he doesn't lose it. So gain of 4, ball in the Cleveland 35. This time it's Mike on an off tackle to the right. And that Pruitt gets it to the 39. It's a gain of 4. Bob Swenson with a tackle. 10-0 Denver. 3rd and 2. Ozzie Newsome on a short cross. Sipe has time. He throws into mega coverage, and Rizzo got a piece of it. So Sipe is now 4 for 12 for 29 yards, and Joe Rizzo gets the deflection. Cleveland's going to have to punt. Johnny Evans gets this one away. Inside the 20. Denver, Upchurch will try to return this for Denver. from the 20-yard line. He gets to the 25. That's a good return. He got to the 30-yard line, but there's a flag down.
Offsides, defense.
And Denver is offside. How about that? Lyle Alzado jumped the snap, and so the punt is for nothing. Cleveland catches a break. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 44. And finally, this crowd has a reason to smile. Greg Pruitt trapped to the near side from the 44, breaks across midfield. Gradishire makes the stop. They give him a 1st down. Randy has 10 tackles today and is already over 100 on the year. So from the Denver 46, it's 1st and 10 from Cleveland. They trail 10-0, first drive of the second half. Doug Deacon, the left tackle, responsible for that hole. Now it's Mike Pruitt on a dive from the 46. He gets to the line of scrimmage and Rizzo stands him up. Give him 1 on forward progress. 2nd and 9. Denver 10, Cleveland 0. Logan on a medium slant. Sight, who struggled all game, looks, tries for one of the Pruitts and can't find it. Alzado with a hurry, and now it's 3rd and 9. The Browns are 1 for 8 today on 3rd down, and Sipe is 4 for 13 for 29 yards. Denver has bamboozled him. What do I do here? Newsom on a medium cross. Sipe is rushed. He's going to get sacked. Grant got him. He grabbed him by the jersey and held tight. That's John Grant. That's his 1st of the game. And Sipe has found the turf 4 times. And so they go back across the Cleveland side of the field, and they're going to have to punt. Donnie Evans comes back out. Denver will let this one roll. Probably going to be a touchback. Upchurch says, get away from it, get away from it, get away from it. And it rolls dead at the 3-yard line. It's a 48-yard punt. So Johnny Evans does his job, and Craig Morton and company start from their own deep part of the field. Excuse me. Armstrong and Keyworth come in as the running backs. Moses and Doblin are the wide receivers, and Odom's the tight end. 10-0 Denver. 10:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. Keyworth on a sweep to the far side. Gets a block across the 5. He gets to the 10-yard line before Mac Mitchell brings him down. Against the Jets last week, Keyworth ran for 125. Paul Howard, the right guard, made the big block, ripped open the hole, and a 2nd and short for Denver. Morton is 6 for 12 for 78. So no one has really shown their inner Tom Brady or Johnny Unitas this afternoon. Why is Canada in there? Anyway, he'll take a pitch to the right, and he is hit before the 10-yard line. Schindler is hurt for Denver, and he's done for the game. So Denver loses their left guard. And instead, it's backup center Bobby Maples, who will now play left guard. Schindler is done for the game. 3rd and 4, 10:08 to go. Even Moses on a short slant. Morton from his end zone finds Moses at the 15, and that's going to be it. No, and Morton's hurt. And he's done. It's a serious injury. Shirk got him. It wasn't a cheap shot, but I think there was some knee-to-knee contact, and Morton, they had to carry him to the sideline. He is done. So Norrell Reese is the quarterback for Denver. Norris Reese, pardon me, and he was a good quarterback. So it's his game, and it might be his season. There is a lot of concern on the Denver sideline about Craig Morton. Keyworth off tackle right on 1st and 10 from the 16. He gets it to the 19 before Irons makes the play. So Keyworth 5 carries for 22 yards, and that's Irons' 6th tackle. By the way, if you're wondering, Cleveland is favored by 4. 2nd and 7 from the Broncos 19. Armstrong replaces Keyworth, so it's Canada and Armstrong for the Broncos. But the big news is that Norris Weiss has taken over for Craig Morton at quarterback. And he'll pass one in the flat to Canada. And Canada's got it at the 15. He gets across the 20. 1st down and more. Knocked out of bounds at the 28. No, not out of bounds. They say he stayed in, but Irons makes the tackle his 7th. And so it's 1st and 10 for Denver from their own 28. Armstrong off tackle left. And they stop him behind the line. It's Shirk. Jerry's 3rd tackle. And watch out. They say that Bobby Maples didn't make the block. Remember, Maples just came in for an injury for Schindler, and he's a center. He's not a guard. He is now the left guard. So 2nd and 11, Denver football, 6 plays, 24 yards, but this has been a costly drive for the Broncos. Medium out to Moses. Weiss looking, throws it down to Armstrong. Has it. Makes the catch, crosses the 30. Hall knocks him down to the 34. 3rd and long. Charlie Hall with the tackle. So, but 3 wide receivers for Denver. So Armstrong is the running back. Moses, Dolbin, and Upchurch. The 3 wide receivers, and Odoms is your tight end. Medium cross to Upchurch. Weiss back to throw. Cleveland gives him time. Upchurch has it at the 45. Jones with the tackle. It's a gain of 15. And Upchurch has 2 catches this afternoon for 23 yards. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week for football. Don't know what we're going to do. There was one Week 12 game I wanted to do. Then there's Thanksgiving week. And it turns out that Week 13 fell on my 7th birthday. So I don't know what we're going to do. 1st and 10 for Denver. Armstrong off tackle to the right, to the near side. Gets it to midfield. They'll spot it on the Denver side at the 49. Jones with the tackle, and Armstrong has 4 carries for 20 yards. 2nd and 7 for Denver. They lead 10-0. Canada comes back in with Armstrong. And Canada will sweep it to the far side. And he gets across midfield, but that's about it. It's a gain of 1. 10 plays, 47 yards. Denver has taken 5 minutes off the clock. Lytle is in for Armstrong. 3rd and 6. Weiss. Short cross to Odoms. Weiss has it. Cleveland looks. Odoms has it. 1st down, but that's about it. They needed 6. They got 7. Tom London with the tackle is 2nd. Odoms 3 catches for 44 and a score. So Denver gets a fresh set. They keep the clock moving. Hello, OG. You hear the cat protesting in the background. Again, Cleveland picketed by cats against the ethical treatment of football players. What would that be? Catfib. Wait, no, 1 second. A cat could spell. Spot it at the Cleveland 43. Lytle off tackle right. And he gets to the 40 before being hit by Irons. Reese 4 for 4 for 35 yards. 2nd and 7. 8 tackles for Irons. And we're not even anywhere in the area code yet, let alone the zip code for John Turner. Canada. Trap right. Canada gets the snap, and well, gets the football, and Iron stacked them up right at the 40, no gain. So this long Denver drive here is being stymied at the Cleveland 40. Let's see, Dalbin, we need 7. Short hitch to Dalbin. Weiss throws, finds Dalbin at the 30. It's a first down. He is knocked down by Darden almost immediately. Give him 10. And Weiss is now 5 for 5, coming in for the injured Morton for 45 yards. So if early indications are this strong for Weiss, Denver might not have much to worry about. Remember, if they win, they go to 8-3 and have first place in the AFC West all to themselves behind or ahead of San Diego and Denver. Cleveland would fall to 8-3, and I believe be a half game behind the Steelers because they tied their game with Los Angeles. So under 3 to go here in the third. 10-0 Denver. It's their football on the Cleveland 30. And they're going to get daring. Moses on a long slant. Cleveland blitzes. Weiss has time. He dumps it to Canada, who's got it. Canada runs inside the 20. He gets a first down. It's a gain of 11. Ambrose with it. And so Weiss is now 6 for 6 for 56 yards. So Norris Weiss is making a name for himself here. First and 10 from the Cleveland 19. Canada will sweep it to the near side. He's got room to the 15, to the 10. It's a first down and about that. So Irons with a stop on the 8. That's his 10th stop of the day. And Denver has eaten a ton of clock. 16 plays, 89 yards, and they've taken 9:05 off the clock. First and goal from the 8. Preston in for Canada. And Preston will try a sweep to the far side from the 8. And he gets to the 5. He reaches, but he's going to fall short at the 2. Dick Ambrose with a tackle. Denver has run it 24 times for 94 yards. But they've put over 200 yards on the Cleveland defense in 3 quarters. So first and goal from the 2. Triple tight end set. Upchurch, Doblin, and Odoms are all blocking. This should be ugly. Preston on a dive. Not his forte. He keeps the legs moving and he scores. Didn't matter if it was his forte. He got the 2 yards, and with 25 seconds left, Denver caps off an 18-play, 97-yard drive that took 10 minutes and 31 seconds to go. And somewhere in a dorm room at Stanford, freshman John Elway goes, I could do that. Extra point from Turner is up, and it misses. It is no good. It is wide to the left, and Cleveland catches a mini break. All right, enough already, Cat. It'll be Collins to return as the Ohio State Police tempt cats with treats and catnip. And Collins will return his 2 yards deep. Best Kirk of Turner's year right there. Taking 2 yards deep to the 10. He gets to the 20-yard line. It's a 22-yard. Oh, are you kidding? London with the flag, and so it doesn't matter. Cleveland starts at their own 5. They trail 16-0, 17 seconds to go, third quarter. And the reason why they are struggling, it's Brian Sipe. He's been sacked 4 times. He is 4 for 13 for 29 yards. Greg Pruitt off tackle left from the 5. And he gets to about the 8-yard line before Tom Jackson makes the tackle. And that will be the after 3. It is Denver 16, Cleveland nothing. And if you're watching, you can get a good look at the stats from there as I take a drink. That shows everything. This quick scoring summary: Morton 24 yards to Odom, pretty much at the start of the second quarter. Turner hit a field goal. Oh my God, he did. And the last score was Preston on that 2-yard run after that long drive. Cleveland needs something on this drive. 2nd and 7. Short hitch to Rucker. Sight from his end zone finds Rucker for a first down. He's got some room. 25-30, 35-40, 45 midfield. He's got all day. 40, cuts in 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Rucker. 92 yards. 92 yards. Rucker, his 9th of the year. Cleveland's on the board. And Cockcroft comes out to hit the extra point. He leads the NFL in scoring. He's got 90 points. From the dirt, it's blocked. Jackson blocked it. Tom Jackson blocked the extra point. It's hard to say who the MVP for Denver would be today. It's 16-6, 14:43 to go in regulation time. Because Tom Jackson made a stuff on a 4th and short. Tom Jackson had an interception. And now he's got a block punt, or block extra point. And so Cockcroft will kick this one. I'm going to watch it again. Cockcroft boots it. Taken from the 4 to the 10, 15, 20. That's Lonnie Perrin. And, are you kidding? Another hold. Never mind. 1st and 10 from the Denver 9. Preston and Lytle for Denver with Moses and Doblin. And don't forget, Norris Reese is your quarterback because Craig Morton was seriously injured down on this part of the field. Preston on a sweep to the far side from the 9, gets across the 10, 15, 20, first down, 25. Scott with a tackle after a gain of 16. Clarence Scott. Billy Bryan, the center, ripped open the hole. And Denver has a fresh set from their own 25. Lytle, trap right. And he gets to the line of scrimmage, and Jones says no. So 5 tackles for Joe Jones. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. Weather, by the way, was a gorgeous afternoon here in Cleveland. 46 degrees, much nicer than the weather outside here in Burlington, Vermont. 46 and little wind. So ideal conditions for the middle of November on Lake Erie. Short hitch to Riley Odoms is the call. Weiss is knocked down. He fumbles it. It's taken, and there's a touchdown. St. Clair with a sack. Ambrose picks it up, and the Browns are within a shout. It's 16-12. Let's watch the replay. St. Clair got to Reese, and it was picked up immediately by Ambrose, who had all sorts of daylight. And it's now a 4-point game. The extra point from Cockcroft is good. This time he makes it. And if you tuned away thinking Denver was going to win this easy, Cleveland's put up 13 straight points. Officially a 22-yard fumble recovery by Ambrose with 13:07 to go. So in the first minute 53 of the fourth quarter, Cleveland has 13 points. Denver will return. The kick, and Cockcroft gets that away. Taken by Perrin at the 8 to the 20, 30, 35. Graff with a tackle, and hey, no flags. No flags. So 80,000 people were kind of mumbling around, and now everyone's interested again, including the protesters out in the hall. Preston off tackle left. Cross the 35. Gets it to the 40. Mitchell at 39, rather. Thought they had the 40. No forward progress. 2nd and 6. Mitchell with 6 tackles. Moses on a medium slant. Weiss will throw it. This time he has time, and it's dropped by Moses. This time he wasn't hit. It was just a plain drop. And it's 3rd and 6 from the Denver 39. Yes. Let's see. Riley Odoms. Short cross. Weiss. 3 wide receivers. He moves around the pocket. He finds Odoms for a first down. London with a tackle after a gain of 9. Deep breath from Red Miller and company on the sidelines. 1st and 10, Denver 48. Lytle, sweep left. Across midfield. Into Cleveland territory. Mitchell with a tackle, but Doblin's hurt. He's walking off under his own power, but his return is doubtful. So give Denver 8 on the run by Lytle, but it's Kinney. Vince Kinney. And he's teamed up against Tom Darden. Good luck. Actually, they're going to put in Upchurch. So Rick Upchurch is now the receiver with Moses and Odoms. 2nd and 2. Trap right to Dave Preston. From the Cleveland 44, he's got the first down. He crosses the 40. And now Mitchell is hurt. Mac Mitchell for Cleveland, and his return is questionable. So Turnbow is now in the game, and he's not very good. Jesse Turnbow. Oof. Those ratings are oof. So a big advantage for Denver. They lead it by 3, 16-13, 11:09 to go in the 4th. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 37. Lytle, trap left. Flag is down. Shirk with the stop.
Personal foul. Defense.
Oh! And Shirk just speared him. Again. You don't, I mean, how dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? You can't do that. And it puts the ball on the Cleveland 21. Denver has a fresh set of downs. Cleveland just spent the better part of the last 10 minutes getting themselves back in this game. There's only been 5 flags called against the Browns for 52 yards, but 2 of those were personal fouls. Upchurch. Short hitch from the Cleveland 21. 1st and 10. He's got it at the 12. He'll get a first down, but he won't get anything beyond that. And now the center, Brian, is hurt. And he's done for the game. And so Bill Bain, who was a backup tackle, is now the center. And I don't have any subs. There. I shifted Maples over to his natural position of center, and Hyde is now the guard in the wrong spot. But at least they have a decent center. 1st and 10, 10:56 to go. This has been a game where everyone fall down, go boom. What am I running here? Preston. Off tackle right on 1st and 10 from the 11. He gets across the 10 to the 8-yard line. Or to the 9, St. Clair makes the tackle, and for Cleveland, they're glad that Mac Mitchell's back. He is now back in the game, and so what short advantage Denver had is gone, at least in that position. 2nd and 8. Short slant to Haven Moses. Weiss looks, throws, incomplete. Scott got a hand on it. And with 10:08 to go, it's 3rd and 8. Weiss now 8 for 10 for 75 yards, and he's going to have to throw it here. Preston comes out for Canada. Riley Odom's on a short slant. Cleveland blitzes. Weiss looks, and he tries for Canada, who drops it. And so Denver is forced to a field goal. And so the bad penalty might not hurt Cleveland as much as you thought, because Turner's chances of making this are only 60%. They're with the wind, about 4 or 5 miles an hour. So it's really not a factor. The weather is good. It's 46 degrees. The field is in good shape. And so it's a 60% chance of Turner to make this. Bucky Dilts will hold it. Maples will snap it. Turner gets it off, and it's good. So Cleveland has a chance to pull ahead. They only trail by 6. 10:02 to go in regulation time. It's the Broncos 19, the Browns 13. And they will return this 1 yard deep in the end zone. Collins to the 10. Aims for the sidelines. 20, 25, 30. That's a good return. A return of 33. Denver, they'll spot it at the Cleveland 32. 9:55 to go. And all of a sudden, because of that 92-yard touchdown pass, Sipes' numbers look a lot better, kind of. Greg Pruitt, off tackle left from the 32, finds a hole across the 35 to the 36. Denver blitz 3. Pruitt, who crossed 1,000 yards already, gets 4. He has 13 carries for 94 yards. And Lalo Alzado made his 3rd tackle of the ballgame. 2nd and 6, 9:48, and clock running. Pruitt sweep to the far side. And he gets to the line of scrimmage and not an inch more. Chavez knocks him out of bounds, so it's 3rd and 6. Clock stop, 9:04 left. So this will be to Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie says, I want a short cross. Sipe says, okay. Snap. Throws. And nope. Not a good game. Dalvin is back for Denver. And Sipe just and Newsome weren't even on the same page. So Dalvin will be back in for Denver. He's available. And Cleveland's going to be forced to punt. 9 minutes to go. Johnny Evans to punt. Denver will return. In return to the 35-yard line, the 30, Larry Preston with a 10-yard return. So Denver with 8:54. Dalvin is back in the game. Sarah, do something with her. First and 10. Canada and Lytle. Canada off tackle left. And he is knocked down by Shirk after a loss of 1. Second and 11 from the Denver 32. 19-13, Broncos lead. But this one isn't over yet. Under 8:15 to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. The Cleveland defense has done enough. Short hitch to Dalvin. Weiss throws. Darden with his 10th interception. What we say about the Cleveland defense doing enough? Ha ha ho! And so 80,000 people are delirious on Lake Erie. And whoever's at the ballgame, too. So 1st and 10 from the Denver 39. 8:09 to go. Cleveland trails by 6, and they have the best kicker in the game. Greg Pruitt trapped to the right side. And he gets across to the 30-yard line. It won't be a first. It is a first down. How about that? And Pruitt is over 100 yards on the ground. 14 carries, 104 yards. So a fresh set for the Browns from the Denver 29. Rucker on a short cross, but there's a flag down. First one of the game.
Number 63,
Darrow,
5-yard penalty,
the right
repeat
tackle.
First down.
Jumped early in its second. It's first and 15 from the Denver 34. Mike Pruitt, sweep, nope. Screen to Greg Pruitt on the audible. Sipe sees the traffic, looks for Greg. He's got it at the 40. Gets to the 30. Tom Jackson makes the tackle at the 26, a gain of 8. And so one of the rare times today that Sipe has been able to make lemonade out of some lemons. He is 6 for 16. 2nd and 7 from the Denver 26. Mike Pruitt off tackle left. And he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him the line of scrimmage. Gradishire with a tackle. That's his 11th of the ball game. 6 minutes to go. 19-13, 3rd and 7. And we're looking here. Short slant to Dave Logan is the call. Sipe has time, and he doesn't have Logan. Incomplete. But here comes Cockcroft from 43 yards. He has a 56% chance of making this, and this would be a 1 field goal game with 5:43 to go. If you want to be technical about it, he has a 55.9% chance. Evans, the punter, will hold. Deloney will snap. Cockcroft. It's up. It is good. And so with 5:37 to play in the football game, it's Denver 19, Cleveland 16. So the turnover cost Denver 3 points. They're not going to do an onside kick here. Taken by Perrin at the 4 to the 20, 30, 35, 38-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds. A good return from Perrin, and I'm not sure who knocked him out. So Denver, Canada, and Lytle, the setbacks. Canada off tackle left from the Denver 38. Flag down. Ambrose with the stop.
Offense.
And it's a hold against Haven Moses, the wide receiver. You rarely see that called. And it's 1st and 20. And so this crowd is just beside itself. Lytle on the dive on 1st and 20. Gets it across the 30. Ambrose with the tackle at the 33, a gain of 5. But Denver will take that. The clock is running. Canada on the draw. He gets to the 35, maybe the 36 before Ambrose. It's a gain of 2. Spotted at the 35. The Browns were playing a prevent. While the Broncos have knocked time off the clock. They are going to, but they have 3rd and 13. Upchurch, the third receiver. Pressing comes in the game. He will go out wide. Reese will work out of the shotgun. Preston, medium cross. Reese has time. He waits. He throws. Preston has it. He has a first down. He's across midfield. That's a huge play. 18 yards on Charlie Hall makes the tackle. So Denver 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 47. Preston and Lytle are the setbacks. Reese will go under center. Lytle, sweep to the right. And Cleveland, he got a little bit of room. Edwards with a tackle, no gain. Clock running, under 3 minutes to go. That's Earl Edwards, third tackle of the ball game, or first tackle of the game. Tom Neville, the right tackle, could not make the block. Trap left for Preston. And he gets stood up at the 44, but Mac Mitchell is hurt again. And so Cleveland catches a break. Mitchell might be done, but the clock is stopped with 2:32 and a 3rd and 7. Moses. Short hitch. Weiss back to throw it. Moses dropped it. Moses dropped a sure first down, and with 2:28 to go, Denver is forced to punt. From the Cleveland 44, Denver has the wind. They're going to have to go sideline. It will not be bad field position for Cleveland. Punt is away and goes out of bounds at the 14. And Denver's now wondering if there's some funny stuff because Mitchell is laughing. He's not hurt at all. And so, Red Miller his face is matching his hair color there. So it's a 30-yard punt. Cleveland needs, they start from their own 14. They need 20, 56 yards really to even think of a field goal. And of course, they're 86 yards away from a win. They have 2:22 to do it. Newsom on a short cross. Sipe has not been knocking himself all day, and Thompson got a piece of that pass, incomplete. 2:17 to go. Greg Pruitt. They're going to stick with it. Pitch to the left. And he gets across the 15 to the 20-yard line. Jackson knocks him out. It's a gain of 6. It's 3rd and 4, but the clock stops. Greg Pruitt on a short flat. They'll stick with it. Sipe gets the snap. He's in trouble. And Carter makes a sack, a loss of 5. And so with 2 minutes to go, here is the ball game. It's 4th and 9 with 2 minutes left. Now Cleveland can force all. Now they're going to talk about this because Cleveland has all 3 timeouts. And Denver is going to have to get conservative. I think you punt here. I'll give it a minute to see what the peanut gallery thinks, but I think for your own 15, with all 3 timeouts, I think you got to punt. And that's what we shall do. Johnny Evans is in there. Upchurch is back deep. The punt is away. The crowd is not liking this. Upchurch gets it at the 45, and it is loose and fumbled, and Deloney recovers for Cleveland. The Browns get the ball. Are you kidding me? Babbage nailed Preston at the 42-yard line and forced a fumble. And Deloney, who normally is the center, recovered it. And so Cleveland gets a new life with all 3 timeouts in 1:56 to go. Watch it again. I'm not sure if he ever had it. He was trying to secure it, and Babbage just drilled him. But because Preston had made contact with it, Deloney recovered. Sure. If it was rigged, Mr. Devin, it would be rigged for the Packers. Somehow the Packers would have beaten the Cowboys because this game is a Wisconsin production. For the moment, it's 19-16 Denver, 1:56 to go. Cleveland has the ball at the Denver 42 in all 3 timeouts with the best kicker in football in Don Cockcroft. They can do whatever they want. It'll be Greg Pruitt off tackle left on 1st and 10. And Denver stands him up for a gain of 2. Gradishire. Cleveland goes hurry up. Ball at the 40. 1:49 to go. Logan on a short slant. Sipe is rushed. Sipe can't find Logan. It'll be 3rd and 8 with 1:31 to go, and now Cleveland will be forced to go to 3 wide receivers. Calvin Hill comes in as the setback. I would think this is going to overtime. Cleveland obviously will go for it regardless of what happens here. 91 seconds left. It's going to be a short, flat pass to Hill. Sipe has just had a terrible day. 6 for 19 for 129. They need 8. They have 2 plays to do it. Sipe finds Hill. Hill down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. First down. Foley with the tackle after a gain of 14. Spotted at the 26. And San Martiliano wants to talk to Brian Sipe. They are now with a 56% chance of a field goal. From the Denver 26-yard line, 2 timeouts left for the Brownies. 1:22 to play in the football game. Greg Pruitt comes in. He's a dual threat. I think I can run 2 plays quick here if I... He'll sweep it to the right. He goes to the far side. And he gets across the 20-yard line and more. Foley with the tackle. It's a gain of 9. And Denver gives Cleveland a favor. They knock him out of bounds. So spotted at the Denver... I'm pulling my... Me either. And so now they have a 67% chance of tying this game. Denver gave Cleveland a gift. They knocked him out. 2nd and 1. Rucker on a short slant. Sipe looks, throws over the middle, down to right. The 3rd receiver gets it at the 10. They spot him at the 8. Cleveland goes hurry up. 1st and goal. Pruitt pitch to the far side. Flag is down. No gain. Chavez with a tackle.
Offense.
And Cleveland is called for the hold. So Deacons Boo-Boo spots it back to the 19-yard line. Clock is stopped. 2 timeouts left. 40 seconds in regulation. From here, on the edge of the dirt, it's 63%. A touchdown wins the game. A field goal sends it to overtime. Short hitch to Ozzie Newsome. Sipe looks around. Has time. Finds Pruitt, who runs it down over the middle of the field. Gradishire with the tackle. That's his 3rd stop, or his 13th stop. It's a gain of 3. So 1 timeout left. 2nd down. So my guess is it's 1 shot at the end zone and 1 run with Pruitt. So from the Denver 16. And Logan, they say, is our best chance. So a medium hitch to Logan. Sipe to throw it. He's blitzed. He finds Logan at the 5. And Logan is tackled by Foley at the 3. Cleveland calls their last timeout. 7 plays, 39 yards, and they've done it in 1:28. You've got, well, 2 plays here. You don't need to kick it on 3rd down, but you cannot take a sack. So this is going to be a must pass. Well, do I dare run it from the 3? No, I don't think I do. I got to pass it. Short cross to Rucker. Sipe. Denver blitzes. Sipe throws. Incomplete. 24 seconds and 4th down. And there's a 99% chance that Cockcroft is making this. And so out comes Cockcroft. Denver 19, Cleveland 16. Evans to hold. Deloney, who recovered the punt fumble, to snap. You ready? The kick is up. The kick is good. And with 20 seconds to go, Denver 19, Cleveland 19. Denver to return. 20 seconds left. If it matters, there are all 3 timeouts. OG is a Broncos fan. Kick is away from Cockcroft. Feeling my parent at the 5, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39, 37-yard line. 13 seconds. Denver goes to 3 wide. They would need, let's see, to be fair, 10, 20, 30, 40 yards. All right, OG, good to see you. Hope all is well. So they need about 40 yards. What can they do? What can they do? Long hitch to Upchurch. Weiss is flushed. He looks, he throws over the middle. Jones deflects it. Darden intercepts it. And with 4 seconds left, Tom Darden makes his 11th interception of the year. Now, can Sipe throw the Hail Mary? No. Long slant and go. And it's going to be for Rucker. So one shot to win this in regulation from the Cleveland 37. It'll be Sipe to Rucker. Sipe has time. He waits. He throws. Rucker has it, the 45 to the 40, before Wright can make the tackle. It's a gain of 25, and we are headed to overtime. And Denver wins the toss. So, to refresh your memory, it's sudden death. 15 minutes of sudden death. First team to score wins. And so everybody take a deep breath. And here we go. Denver will return. Cockcroft at the 35. This one has been everything in a bag of chips. Kick is away. Taking it the 5, 10, 15, 20, to the 30, to the 37. Lonnie Perrin with a 32-yard return. And 1st and 10 from there. Keyworth and Armstrong, the running backs. Moses and Doblin, the wide receivers. Odom's the tight end. Norris Reese, in for the injured Craig Morton, is your quarterback. First score wins. Keyworth off tackle right from the Denver 37. Gets it across the 40. Jones makes the tackle after a gain of 5. Denver has run the ball very well, 38 times for 148 yards. Denver led this game 13-0. We'll show you, 16-0. And then back came the Browns. Sipe by a 92-yard bomb to Rucker. But the extra point was missed. That put Cleveland on the board. This was all in the 4th quarter. 13:07 to go. Ambrose recovered a fumble on a punt. Recovered a fumble and waltzed in for 22 yards. That made it 16-13. Turner gave him a field goal to make it 19-13. Then Cockcroft with 5:37, and then with 20 seconds left, tied this game. Denver has turned the ball over 4 times. Weiss is 9 for 15 for 93. Oh, man. What a game is right. This has been everything in a bag of chips. 2nd and 5. Armstrong, sweep left from the Denver 42. Gets nothing and will like it. Mitchell. Red Miller, by the way, is still working the officials on Mitchell's supposed injury. They got the clock stopped with 2:20 to go. Since Mitchell's back in the game, Denver's contention is he wasn't injured. It's 3rd and 5. Odoms. Short slant from Reese. Back to throw. He waits. He's flushed. Keyworth gets it. Instead, he's got a first down for Denver at the 46, a gain of 6. So 1st and 10 from the Denver 48. 13:25 to go in overtime. 19-19. In Chicago, we don't talk about that. Keyworth trapped to the right from the 48. He gets to midfield and into Cleveland territory before London can make the stop after a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 from the Cleveland 48. 12:48 to go in the ballgame. Keyworth and Armstrong are already starting to breathe heavily again. Sweep right for Keyworth, 2nd and 6. Gets to the sideline and gets nothing. Irons with a tackle, a gain of zip. Clock stops, 12:10 to go. 3rd and 6 for Denver. Irons now has 11 tackles. Odoms on a short cross on 3rd and 6. Weiss has time. He has Odoms for a first down. London with a stop after a gain of 8. Spot it at the Cleveland 40 and give Denver a fresh set of downs. 19-19. Keyworth comes out. It's Lytle now with Armstrong. Armstrong trap right. From the 40, he gets it to about the 35. They'll spot it at the 36. Irons again on the tackle. 2nd and 6. And John Turner not in range yet. Lytle off tackle left from the 36 to the 35, and Shirk with a stop. And again, Mitchell is hurt. He's limping off this time, but we'll see. We thought that before, and he came right back. So Red Miller is hot, because if Mitchell comes on, oh boy. So 3rd and 5. The good news is for Denver, the clock stops. 10:42 left. 3rd and 5. Short cross to Odoms. Weiss to throw it. He's waiting all day for it. Flag is down.
Pass interference.
And
defense. Number 59.
Hall was draped all over Otis Armstrong. Weiss could not find Odoms, so he's looking for Armstrong, and Hall's arms were just tangled up with him. So a fresh set. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 30. Canada in for Armstrong. Denver has run it 43 times. Cleveland 31. Sweep left to Lytle from the 30. And he gets nothing. St. Clair knocked him down after a loss of 2. Glenn Hyde, who is now off the bench as a left guard, could not make the block. And they have a 9% chance of making a field goal from here. 2nd and 12. Canada. Sweep right. And he gets it nowhere. Cleveland stymies him again. No gain. And so it's 3rd and 12. Moses. Medium slant. Weiss. Back to throw it. He's looking. He tries to dump it down and it's swatted down by Jones. Joe Jones, who's exhausted. He's only playing at 74% efficiency. And now Denver is going to try it. From 49 yards and a 9% chance of making this, out comes Jim Turner. Bucky Dilts will hold. Maples will snap. Are you ready? Deep breath.
Offense.
Nope.
5-yard penalty. Repeat. 4th down.
Minor. The left tackle jumped, and now Denver is going to be forced to punt. Dilts will go for a sideline punt from the 37. They're into the wind. That actually was better than a sideline punt. And Denver will mark it down at the 8-yard line. So that's a good punt. So Cleveland takes over from their own 8 with 9:10 left. They have climbed the mountain. They were down 16-0, and now it's 19-19. And Sipe, he could get away with this. This is scary. Greg Pruitt on a sweep to the left from the 8-yard line. Gets a block across the 10, 15. He reaches for the first down. He won't get it. It's a gain of 9. Grandshire's 14th tackle. And Pruitt is now run for 130 yards. 2nd and 1. Mike Pruitt, trap left. And does he get it? Does he get it? Alzado with a tackle. No, they're short. So it's 3rd and inches for Cleveland. Parrish joins Newsom, 3rd and inches. Off tackle left for Greg Pruitt. And he busts through for the first down. Foley makes the tackle at the 21. It's a gain of 3. So a fresh set for Cleveland. 7 and change to go here in overtime. Logan. Short hitch. Sipe throws. Deloney's hurt. He's slowed again. Oh, and he's done. Well, this one has been costly. 7:01 to go. And Foley with good coverage on Logan. Now Sullivan is the center, and he is actually a backup center. Mike Pruitt on a sweep to the right on 2nd and 10 from the Cleveland 21. Gets to the sidelines. Gets to the 30-yard line. Swenson makes the tackle. It's just short. It's 10 on the stat sheet, but about 9 3/4. So 3rd and inches for Cleveland here from their own 31. And this time they'll go 2 running back. Oh, helps if I put in the right formation. Rucker stays in. But Mike Pruitt on a dive on 3rd and very short. And waits for his block. He's got it. Alzado with a tackle. It's a gain of 2. 6:47 clock running. And Logan back in. Fresh set from the Brown 33. Newsom. Short cross. Sipe. Waits. Throws. Newsom has it at the 40. He's got a first down. He gets it across the 45 to the 47. And Cleveland has another first down. 7 plays, 39 yards. Rucker. Medium cross. Sipe has time. He waits. He dumps it down to one of the Pruitts across midfield into Denver territory. It's a first down and more. Grandsshire makes the hit. That's his 15th tackle. They'll spot it at the 38-yard line of Denver. 1st and 10. That was Mike Pruitt with a catch. He is 2 for 21. Mike wants a breather. Calvin Hill comes in. So it's Greg Pruitt and Calvin Hill. And what do you do with Calvin Hill? You throw it short and the flat to him. Sipe looks, throws. Oh, he went the other way. He went for Logan. And Denver interferes.
First down.
Foley was too draped on Logan. And it will be 1st and 10 from the Denver 27. Cockcroft's chances of winning this game are now 63%. The time doesn't matter. It's 4:42. But sweep right for Pruitt. From the 27, gets a block. 25, Swenson knocks him down at the 20. 140 yards on 20 carries for Greg Pruitt. That's a season high. Cockcroft's chances are up to 71%. Ball at the Denver 20-yard line. He's starting to get tired. Calvin Hill, sweep right. From the 20. Waits, gets a block, gets a first down, gets it onto the 14-yard line. A gain of 6. A 73% chance. Yeah, you're right, Al. That was big. That was big. First and 10. Cleveland in no hurry, but they're not going to go slow either. Pruitt. Trap left. From the 14. Gets to the 10. Gets to the 5. He's reaching for pay dirt. He won't get it. Mitchell will miss the rest of the game. Pruitt is now at 153 yards. And there's a 99% chance of winning. Talk about a costly yellow hanky is right. Here comes Cockcroft for the win. This will be less than an extra point. From 19, yeah, it's 1 and from 18 yards, the shortest possible field goal you can get for the win and first place in the AFC Central. Cockcroft. For the win, you betcha. Cleveland wins it. The final score. An unbelievable game. And you got to think, cardiac kids, oh yeah. Cleveland 22, Denver 19. And here's all you need to see, Cockcroft. That fourth quarter, right from the sight, that was a short slant if I remember correctly. It wasn't meant to be a long pass. And they got 92 yards out of it. So Cleveland was shut out for 3 quarters. And then scored 22 points. Denver outplayed them. Actually, no, they didn't. Denver had 24 first downs and Cleveland's 21. The penalty, both teams made some bad penalties. Denver had 4 turnovers. They had the ball 39 minutes and 8 seconds. Injuries? All right, here we go. Thanks, Al. Let's see, injuries, because this will make a difference. Davis and Deloney are out next week. Mitchell's out. Schindler's done for the year. Morton is out 2 weeks. That's big. That's big. Player stats. Wow. The interceptions really cost Weiss. And Greg Pruitt are in for 153. Okay, I'm not sure what we're doing for football on Tuesday, but we'll have a game for you Tuesday. Cards and Dice Sunday will be above the rim basketball. I'm not sure what matchup we'll play in there. And who knows what I'll do tomorrow. So thanks for hanging with me. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. The Cleveland Browns. Well, I'll show you the stats. Are in first place by their lonesome at 9-2. They matched the New England Patriots for the best record in the AFC. Kansas City, technically, is in first place. Denver would not even get a wild card at this point. Do I go with Cincy Pittsburgh? You know what? I'm going Cincy Pittsburgh and Miami Houston. All right. Thanks a bunch, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.